I'm Zach Brinks, and this is my room. My room is a 30 by 12 piece of unfinished basement that I've just basically modified to incorporate living animals into it. It's all set up basically with it's more humid at this end, warmer at that end. I sleep down here. It's great in the winter. It's nasty, stormy, 10 inches of snow outside. I can come down here and it sounds like the jungle. Right now I have various kinds of dendrobatid or dart frogs, a few specialized tree frogs, various geckos, and bearded dragons. Both of these tanks are Uroplatus species, which are the Madagascar leaf-tail geckos are their common names. This is my male, Uroplatus linatus, or the lion leaf-tail. He occurs in Madagascar, northern bamboo forest, and it's cool because he's actually the only named reptile I have. His name is Handsome Rob. He is called Handsome Rob is because he was actually came in randomly at the Petco I worked at. When I was doing a brownie troop, I pulled him out. I was like, does anybody know what this guy's called? Sure enough, a girl stepped up and says, Handsome Rob. So that stuck. But they're a cool little nocturnal gecko. They're really cryptic. I mean, their tail looks like a bamboo leaf. These are actually bamboo leaves I collected from the greenhouse right there. So they blend in really, really well. I don't necessarily consider my pets kind of almost like my wards. They're animals, they are property, but that doesn't mean we have any right to mistreat them or anything. They're all very well taken care of. Most people would set up these types of tanks with 1 or 2 live plants and put them in a 10-gallon and call it good. I kind of see these like Bavaria kind of as like a living work of art. I take time to foam them, artificial rock work, plant the plants carefully, so they just kind of grow and look better, and plus they provide a more natural environment for all the animals to live in, which I feel is really important to their well-being. It's kind of excessive, but it's kind of fun too. I mean, I honestly, a lot of people who do these on mass scale breedings are in it for money, or they still take care of their animals, don't get me wrong. But I kind of like the whole display. I want it to look nice. I want to be able to take people down here and then be like, wow. And plus, I'll be honest, I mean, I almost never watch TV. It's so nice just to pull a chair into the middle of this room, grab a book, sit back, and kind of, relax or study or whatever. During the day when all these frogs start calling and everything to each other, it's quite a show. This is cool because these guys are in Madagascar. In Madagascar, they call it the bleeding continent, or the bleeding country. You can see it from space and just, clear cut. Like 95% of the natural habitat of Madagascar's history. Nobody knows how much longer these guys are going to be around. These are already CITES Appendix 2 animals, and there's a good chance they're going to be endangered, which basically means, these will be grandfathered in already, but anything new can't come into the country, can't leave Madagascar, which I agree with. I'm a big fan of that. I'm just working to get, healthy animals breeding, so they are already here, and we have them established. I believe this is the female. She's a pretty good size. There she is. This is called a Paraguayan lamazai. They're very active little frogs, so I kind of got to be careful. But that's a full-grown adult female. He's trying to run away. When I was, I was raised in Houston, right outside of all the industrial centers and everything. As a result of that, genetics, whatever, I had horrible asthma and allergies, horrible cat hairs. Cat hair allergies used to break out in hives when I was exposed to stuff like that. So reptiles seemed the safe alternative, and I've been grabbing frogs and toads since I was like 2. So it just kind of seemed a natural extension. When I was about 4, I had gotten a snake that was an extra neighbor had that guy for about 10 years, and the whole interest in learning and exploring and working with the animals just kind of expanded from then. Majored in zoology with an emphasis in zoo and aquarium science, hoping to work at a zoo, or at least on conservation projects in field someday. So this is kind of practice, I guess. Yeah. It's kind of a cool hobby. It helps pay for school a little bit, but it's not like, a lot of money or anything like that. It's definitely more of a hobby.